We are shaking this table today. This lady went to church and gave a testimony of how her genotype moved from SS to AA miraculously by divine intervention. Now, is that possible that someone's genotype can move from SS to AA miraculously? I do not know. Oh, you might begin to say there is nothing God cannot do. Well, I am not knowledgeable in that aspect, so I cannot speak on what I am not sure about. But one thing I do know is that there are some medical explanations of how someone's genotype can change from SS to AA, and here are about 3 or 4 of them. Number one is what they call EBT, exchange blood transfusion. It simply means that I am SS. I have bad red blood cells within my bloodstream, and now remove all the bad red blood cells in my body, go to meet somebody else that has AA red blood cells, I get their blood and transfuse their own blood into my own body. Of course, after I have done that exchange blood transfusion, I go for a lab test. That lab test is going to detect AA. It doesn't mean that I have miraculously transformed from SS to AA. It simply means that my blood now has the AA blood cells or blood genotype of that donor. However, there is a problem, and the problem here is that red blood cells have a lifespan of 3 to 4 months, which means that red blood cell of that AA that I have transfused into my body, after 3 to 4 months, the red blood cells of that AA are all going to die, and I will come back to my own SS. So I'm going to go back to my SS level, except and now do another exchange blood transfusion after 3 to 4 months. Number 2 is what they call HSCT, hematopoietic stem cell transplantation. You see, there are some particular small cells in your bone marrow. Those small cells are what we call the stem cells. They are the ones that we develop to now give rise to the red blood cells we find in your bloodstream. So what we do basically is that we just go wipe out those small stem cells in your bone marrow, look for the stem cells of somebody else that has a very better bloodstream and transfuse it into your own body. The implication here is that your blood cells will now start producing the good red blood cells. So if that person has done what is called HSCT, hematopoietic stem cell transplantation, and they now go and we do that test, of course they are still going to get that AA. That doesn't necessarily mean that they now have miraculously been transformed from SS to AA. It is just a medical intervention. Number 3 is actually lab errors. There are some individuals who, when they were very little, they were diagnosed as having SS. However, when they grew up and later we do the test, they saw that they were actually AS. These are things that happen because of laboratory errors and technical errors, which is why we always advise and advocate that whenever you want to do your genotype test, you should do it in standard laboratories and also do it in at least 2 to 3 different places to ensure that you have consistent results over